not be shaking? How can your heart stop racing? NaVi on the T side of Nuke. It's their map pick, and they've got the world against them.
And you just know that if this hits the ground running for FURIA, it might never stop. Outside, Simple walking in. This first fight weighted so heavily. Perfecto down the vent, and already FURIA opening up with a double. NaVi, they don't like what they see. They've got to go real slow on this one. They've got a man down through Secret, but FURIA, they're not budging. They're calling NaVi's bluff.
Yeah, it's stoic for a mid-round like this. KSCERATO dink back in Carriage. That bomb does get retrieved. Bit's got to bring it all the way outside. They have one flash. That's all NaVi have to play with. Picked up P2. Minute on the clock. FURIA don't budge. Safe has this cross.
This is a great show of restraint out of FURIA, and Safe takes it one step further. The Des, they were saying sometimes, you know, FURIA really throw caution to the wind in these playoff games. That's kind of been the story. Well, thus far, we've seen none of that. A very patient pistol round by all metrics. It would be so easy to throw yourself into these fights, to play into the momentum from this crowd. But instead, FURIA hold passive. They hold the line, and now they try to get ahead in terms of the rotates. Two down lower, right place, right time. And it's a flawless pistol. And the arena just erupts the moment that first round comes in.
Yeah, you've got to keep them coming though, Harry. It's going to be a long day. And NaVi aren't scared, supposedly, to play on this stage, to play with the world on their shoulders, the world against them. FURIA, a momentous occasion, but they've got to keep that momentum going. It's differing opinions for NaVi. On one side, Young a little nervous in interviews, saying to FURIA, not the first matchup they want to find on the stage. For Perfecto, he wants to play against the crowd. He wants to feel the burn, feel the pressure. And so NaVi up the pace, quick to main, Electronic on a fast drop. His team will cross behind the smokes, but he'll make it no further. They get lower, but yuurih's already here, and Safe is going to drop in as well. Footsteps, will you hear them? That's a question. Perfecto goes unnoticed until Art swings from CT and takes him down. This B-site erupted, corrupted by NaVi, and Safe's got to stop it.
Yeah, already here, but spammed down by the Tech-9, bit and simple. Kills a piece and a 2v2 FURIA. It's not plain sailing here. They've got to try and compose themselves. An unenviable task considering where we're at right now. They're looking to move in through the vents and ramp, trying to split this lower side of the map. But for your bonus round, for your anti-eco rather, not how you wanted it to go. Half the time picked up this bomb, it's clean for drop. And now just Young left to beat. He's playing with him, trying to give time to KSCERATO to come in, but Drop's knocked out of the round, and KSCERATO's going to do it alone. Denied by Young. Oh, and Simple's trying to amp up the crowd even more.
Oh yeah, you just try. Already broken, around deep. Not going to last long are the chance for FURIA if NaVi can pull this one back off of a pistol forced by great taps from the stand-in player. Not the first stage he's seen, but maybe of this size. And Simple playing with his food already. It did not take long, did it? Force up the FURIA, trying to fight back. Safe with the one rifle, at least gives us that. Trade out of pistols.
I like this, man. KSCERATO very, very threatening with this gun. Right, hero rifle finds success right away, and now it's juggled onto one of the two top performers for FURIA throughout this whole event.
This is still a really nice call for NaVi, right? No smokes outside in a round where you know your opponent will not have rifles. FURIA aren't even peeking. They aren't checking. They don't know.
That spam connected through the back of the lobby. Brings Young down low, and now he's going to cross it, 20 HP with the bomb. Thankfully, no one's peeking, so he will get this safe passage for now.
Yeah, the smoke announces it. FURIA now know exactly what's going on. That lower site can be taken. NaVi could wrap all the way to A, and Electronic, he's so good at doing this, finding a space on the outside of T-side Nuke. He's going to heaven. Even if NaVi don't like what they see down lower, they can bail off of his position. Two CTs stacked up down lower site already, but that vent is always tantalizing. They won't take it. Electronics called them back. FURIA still too strong on top, and the rifle has not budged.
KSCERATO's been waiting here since the start of the round, waiting for his chance to play into it. They're up close and tagged. He's going to get out of there. Just try to play the long game on this one.
Heaven Plant's so sick. Electronic is in a great position, and they don't have a kit to deal with him. It's going to have to be RNG on the ladder or a done deal.
Oh, that's a lot of damage. Electronic can't go near that hole again.
Time wasted.
Even dropping down into the site. Now they give up that post plant. This could come back to haunt NaVi in the long run, but right now FURIA are slow on the approach, and it's starting to feel like a save here, like they just want to run it back again in this next round.
Heaven alone is just such a powerful post-plant position. FURIA know they can't tangle with it. They've got to save, they've got to keep their guns. And NaVi keep it up. Nice little rotate down lower. They'll force FURIA out of their comfort zone, and they'll even hunt kills at the end. That rifle gets saved, and really that's all that matters for FURIA. A bit of armor, can juggle the gun over like we saw, but NaVi starts strong despite the pistol.
A lot of options if you're FURIA, right? Just a chance to run that round back again. It might have started 5v4, but they didn't like how it ended up. And as you say, I mean, it was Electronic's quick thinking that really sealed the deal on that round belonging to NaVi. I like how much room, how much respect they give him in that moment. They don't get ahead of themselves playing it down lower. They give Electronic the space, and he cooks them up around. So now FURIA back in with a bit of an investment. Oh, Scout gonna be the thing that breaks the silence first.
You hear that, Simple? They creep and they crawl, but KSCERATO, the killer, tucked in front of the smoke. NaVi have to get past the scout first. The spray recovered, ammo lowered. He's still going to get back to safety, can give that gun back over like last round. KSCERATO is getting beaten down to sub 20 points of health, and Art is still looking for picks. No armor, got to be very cautious on these fights, and instead he buys time. KSCERATO looks like he wants more, not satisfied with a single kill.
Perfecto's trying to thread the needle in through Garage. In doing so, he's out on a bit of an island here. Another scout tag from Art. A lot of value out of this gun. Now, he never knew about Perfecto. That kill is free. There was nothing really that FURIA could have done about it, but they're still sat a man up. Drop. He's been entrusted with the A1S. From FURIA Academy to quarter-final at a major. But this time, something's different. This time, everyone in this arena is behind them. Oh no! That's a good timing on the peak, but Drop will recover. Stumbles back to his feet, but really can't afford the one and done. Molly's going to heat things up, but he's all well and good. Walking in the fire, they're trying to figure a way out of this in NaVi, but it's all gone wrong. Bomb dropped, and there's a second round for FURIA. The pistols do it. The hero M4, the scout for R.
I wouldn't have wanted this game to start anyway. The force buys back-to-back, saves into wins on Eco. No one clear-cut in the opening rounds of this game, because there's two ways to look at it, Harry. There's two minds with the crowd. Is it going to build FURIA up and make them play the best CS of their careers against the current favorite to win the major, or will it break them with the pressure of having to perform for their crowd, for their people, for their country? Will that be too much to bear? Remains to be seen.
Tell you what, coming into this major, it looked like that was going to be the case. If you remember, FURIA caught that opening L versus Big in the Challenger stage. But from that point on, they didn't drop a mat. Yeah. So they warmed up to playing in front of the home crowd in a very big way.
It certainly didn't help their Brazilian brethren, 0-0 Nation Imperial. 0-3 in the Challenger stage, made no space in this tournament, but there can only be one. FURIA rear their heads for a third round. Arms better than that of their opponent, and up by a man as well. KSCERATO's good nade, and the peak. He's going to get 2 for 1. Can he get out? Can he even find more? Simple looks to shoot him down. Art helps on the cross. There's the trade, but it's come at a cost. 2-on-4 now for NaVi, and nothing to work with.
This has just got to be raw mechanics, man. In the 2v4, you've got one Molotov to try and get a little tricky with. Not a lot for NaVi here. It feels inevitable. A third round waiting in the wings for FURIA. If they can just stick the landing, 4 bullets would put a stop to this round and return FURIA to the lead.
Yeah, they're coming from the same position. This is going to be a bloodbath. There's no way you can clear yuurih as well. Simple trying to play with the crowd. They're not going to help you now, buddy. Quick kill for safe. yuurih up top, simple. Shutting the door, it's going to give away some position, but yuurih, he's dropped in and will finish the job. The rifles reign supreme for FURIA, and they finally break that money. Call it a conversion, albeit a little later. They'll take it. Putting NaVi on pistols will only bring them further to an upset win on this first map. NaVi's pick, we have a banging veto today. To end on Mirage would be glorious. But we're going to fight through Nuke and Ancient first.
I even think Ancient as a second is so interesting. It was back in Antwerp, if you remember, the FURIA faced Team Spirit and they got beat at their own game.
The pressure really got to them. Those T-side rushes, they were not good call for our. Fell apart on the T-side of Ancient, and this is a team that back-to-back in quarterfinals in the last two majors have fallen to CIS squads. Gambit back in Stockholm, Spirit in Antwerp. Will it be a third? Or can NaVi keep it cool? How the hell are you supposed to keep your cool here, Harry? I couldn't tell you.
Well, this should be where FURIA get their freebie round, a chance to set a bit of a precedent, make a bit of money, build up that kind of residual bank balance on the CT side. It's going to be so helpful in the long run of this game. And gotta say, to open up, the captain of FURIA, he's looking lights out. It was him who kind of led the way with that scout investment that kick-started this whole little streak for FURIA in the first place. Yeah, he's dead after one. It's the clash of the IGLs outside. Electronic does find him with the P250.
Yeah, aggression's the name of the game for FURIA. Are at the forefront of 30% of the opening fights FURIA take. Captain always willing to throw himself into the mix, and already he's got Simple's number in multiple rounds. KSCERATO fires rounds downrange and finds 3 headshots. FURIA looking to make quick work of this eco. Bit can't break the bank. And with 3 alive, FURIA are favored going up against those pistols.
This is where things are really going to get interesting. This is the real, true test of this FURIA CT side, where we get to test their metal, see what it's made of. Curious what NaVi are going to look to pull out. Heading into their return to the rifles. I think the last thing you want, especially in an environment like this, one that is, a path that has not really been trodden before. They can't afford to let the momentum go against them.
Yeah, NaVi are typically a home favorite, right? They always have the crowd on their side. They always have supporters. Best player in the world. Bit of a misbuy. Already the nerves racking up for NaVi. Funny fingers, press the wrong buttons, and now NaVi need to recover or their money again gets bungled. Molly in the hut slows down the quick pace pick, but Simple won't stop. Already makes it to Secret. Oh, that's an aggressive move for safe. He even fires off, given a second chance to post up. He wants to make the most of this aggressive AWP. He has a few lines to fall back, but instead he moves forward.
Safe wants to fight for this. He wants to get involved with this AWP as soon as he's boarded out. Perfecto doesn't try to trade him, but now he's seen it with a missed shot. It's the tag from Safe. Traded after one. Does a lot of damage, but can't complete that kill. And so NaVi still have a way into this round yet, crossing through Secret.
Look who's here.
FURIA have dropped a man down towards lower, and it's Art. Finger to the pulse. In the right place at the right time. The captain waits with bated breath. They're coming around the corner. Oh, no! Simple, friendly fire onto Electronic. So the advantage is FURIA's now. Bomb spotted down at lower. Perfecto and Bit worlds apart in this round. This is not going to be easy. Yeah. And with Perfecto dead, Bit's got to do it alone.
King of the headshots, but can it be king of the clutch? KSCERATO seen him cross. All the timing's going amiss. Bit finds a chance. He doesn't want to go for the stick. Drop is already down below, and so he hunts the kill up above. Event player yet to drop, makes it clear he cannot come up top. He's got to go into this lower site. Drop, as soon as he hears the plant, he can activate. Does Bit plant for ramp or single? He hasn't cleared either. Time ticks, forced to stick. Bit gets it down. FURIA are going to face, and they won't allow it. T side. Are NaVi feeling the burn yet? Ard's got full util on that round. He doesn't care. He wants to take the fight in secret. Crazy play to make, and it costs NaVi a round with a team kill, with an uncleared off angle. Already the cracks are starting to show. Yeah.
And that's one but simple. He knows. Yeah. He knows that TK was kind of the beginning of the end of the round.
They've got him right where they want him.
If you can keep, simple in his head a little bit, you might be onto something big here. Now, KSCERATO naded out right away. Those were nades into main coupled with the peak. And there was no dodging that for KSCERATO. You've lost quite the player to open up this anti-eco round. And these rounds are the ones that can get out of hand when you go a man down early.
Yeah.
So now we see if FURIA can adapt to this pressure, right? This kind of uniquely terrifying situation where NaVi feel like they have nothing to lose.
He saw Simple on top of the scout. He probably won't reface. Why give him the satisfaction? Already crossed red is the bomb, but Bit needs supporting cast to cross the secret. Missed shot. Safe considers it, but he goes back to red. Just keep this 4-on-4. NaVi can't do much with pistols outside, and Safe almost decapitates Young. They're dropping into main. Simple's looking for more shots, and they won't connect. There's the head. Art will trade. Again, this head-to-head between the captain and the GOAT stands to the favor of Art. Perfecto picks that scout up, though. He puts it to work. 3-on-2. Suddenly, NaVi are favored yet again. You've got to make concessions in a round like this, and while yuurih's taken lobby, his teammates drop vent. NaVi want nothing to do with lower, but they are figuring that out.
Yeah, this info play from drop is pretty huge. Kind of that forward warning that lower doesn't look to be on the cards for NaVi. And so as this round drags on, the deeper FURIA go, the more info they're getting, the more they realize that this is the A play. yuurih is ready and waiting. He's begging they come his way. There's one, and the double. Traded after the fact, and now we get into the 1v1. Bit versus drop. Bomb on the other side, and that jump is risky, but Bit's got the info and nails the shot in the 1v1.
Just when you think FURIA game, NaVi don't relent, they don't release the tension. An eco win off of the nade stack in mini. Electronic has been quite an arc for this player, but taking over the in-game leading duties, he's certainly given NaVi a bump up. Some great calling on this T side. And while FURIA is still hanging on head-to-head, neck and neck right now, NaVi winning an eco throws it once again into disarray. Head spinning, stage the same. Money on the edge for both teams now.
Good time to mention, Simple very much the catalyst for that round, winning that scout head-to-head outside, giving all that room over in the first place, making matters very, very awkward for FURIA. Takes a couple of swings out of guys like Art to try and tame the beast outside, but he ends up becoming part of the problem. So now, right back in, FURIA still in with the chance to keep a healthy lead up, but they are all in on this round. If they lose it, NaVi, they're closing this gap. They're bringing us back to level pegging.
A lot of util gone early for FURIA. They've been fine not to use it every single time, but only a smoke remains at minute 30. That's panicky. That's in anticipation of a fast round. NaVi to throw in off of the eco, they have not. Again, they cross. Smokes land from spawn. Young, he has all of them, in fact. He's throwing a full wall right now. KSCERATO is going to flash out into the picture. It's not going to go far enough, and Electronic finds that entry. NaVi, as that second smoke lands, just about now, they can cross as it blooms and get down to B, and this is the mind game. The fake outs on lower that NaVi have already been performing. Bit is selling it right now with that entry from Electronic, but the rest of the squad regroups for a ramp hit. yuurih with nothing to defend it but his wits and his rifle. And even NaVi, second guess, doubt themselves, go back to A. But this is the right call right now, as only drop remains.
He's going to have to do something big as drop. In the door, that's the bomb. A lot of info on the back of that kill there. Young dead. And KSCERATO from back in garage lights them up on the cross. One man's made it in, and drop's got no idea, but a rifle pull. And the site held on to. It's just Simple left at the end. 1v4. Smoke down, makes life a misery for the lone gunman of NaVi trying to find a way back in. He's seen him at the back of the side, but not working with a lot of time here. Simple wins one fight, but no more.
Put down. What a defense from Drop, but you got to say NaVi dropped the ball in that one. Not trading that entry kill outdoor, allowing him to go all the way to the back of the bomb site, and then not even checking on that mini flank either. They just cross in with their back turn to KSCERATO in the corner. And NaVi, they don't fake FURIA out today. They had the perfect round position-wise, but they can't close it. And you got to say, to see Drop performing, got to be feeling panicked. 18 years of age on the biggest stage he's ever seen. Notes won't save you now. You can have the best laid game plan, but if you can't execute it, you will get eliminated.
Yeah, I mean, dude, in terms of experience, you know, NaVi, most experienced dog that we have making their way through the playoffs, and I think even for these guys, this is probably the biggest, if not the loudest stage they've ever been on.
And to their detriment.
Yeah. And so, you know, you imagine that the other way, Drop, someone who has a fraction of that experience. Every kind of quarterfinal they've made it to in a major, taking a bit of a beating as well since he moved into the squad. This isn't something he's crazy familiar with.
He looks focused, man. He's not letting the outside world deter him. Take it in, enjoy it, but don't let it distract you from the objective in mind. 6-3, FURIA holding the lead right now. And you can hear it. You can see why. And I think the way that we're framing this game, especially with Cloud9 eliminated yesterday, with so many of the teams and legends we know and love, not to make it even into the playoffs, some not even to the challenger stage, defeated at the RMR. Right now, it feels like the winner of this match is poised to win the entire damn thing. This is the whole...
Without a doubt. I think that's why, you know, there's so many eyeballs on this one. I mean, everyone can feel it. If Brazil was ever going to find its way to lifting another major trophy, this would be the recipe for it.
Yeah. And while not a surprise in terms of the caliber of players we've got on FURIA, it's the old names out of the picture. It's the new boys on the block. It's the academy era. And Drop is very much a part of that. Back in now. NaVi force up a half buy. 1 AK on Simple, stubborn, always going to be making sure he's got something to play with, but his teammates are already falling like flies. Double lobby push, Drop joins the fray, and everyone falls. Simple remains 2 kills. What a spray! Electronic comes in out of nowhere, and FURIA 1 step too far.
Yeah, they think they can just go for the throat. They can keep beating NaVi down. Well, it's made this round interesting. Simple. Oh, Simple. Oh, what his hands. Wins that first fight, but KSCERATO slipped the net. 1v2.
Back
the Panther stalks his prey in silence. Here's the backstab. They know about it now. Oh, the claws are out for KSCERATO, but he can't quite find it. It's Electronic to take the clutch, take the round, and NaVi, they punished that lobby aggro, the best of starts for FURIA in a vintage FURIA round, and it's flipped on its head in an instant.
2-on-5 turnaround in seconds, in an instant. FURIA dig their own graves. Just when you think they got it in their palm of their hand, Simple up top, not cleared, comes in with a double. And the captain Electronic ends the round. NaVi, no one is building in this game. No one has got the momentum. Anyone can win any round, any force, any buy. And bye-bye to Art. He can't cross, not to Red. Head spotted, Simple taps away. Perfecto smoke spans an A player, and they're just going to erupt on the bomb site. Quick into A. Safe and yuurih, MP9s. And as NaVi slow it down off the back of that death, the kills will come to them.
Yeah, this is so awkward for Safe. He's done a lot of damage with this MP9 outside. Done well to keep himself in the fight here, but is it going to amount to anything more than that? It never should. The bomb's going down inside of A. And FURIA just a little too far removed, a little too far gone in this round. It's NaVi bringing this game back even closer. Getting past this force buy is massive as well. FURIA put it all into this round. And so finally they're going to have to bite the bullet. It had to happen sooner or later, an eco. And so this scoreline's about to get closed up, Hugo.
Yeah, and clean money for NaVi as well. That's such a big factor with how we've seen these rounds already go, with so many force buy and eco wins already. Now, finally, for the first time, FURIA's economy is broken. Absolutely gone. Nothing to show for it but an MP9. And yeah, you could try and force, just with how wacky this game has been, but you can't justify it. It's not a reasonable decision. FURIA almost certainly going to be on those full USPs, likely going to be stacking A site. And this is where NaVi can really get going on their map pick. Prep is the key, though. FURIA very likely going to know what NaVi like to do in these kind of rounds. And Art's even gone in with the buy. Very Art-esque, putting himself on the MP9. The value of actually having a main AWP is it means he doesn't need to save. He can always try and make these rounds look winnable. But NaVi have thrown a spanner in the works, immediately sending Perfecto down lower. The aggression held by Electronic should be unkillable here. In a tight angle, he can fall off at the first sign of contact. And it's coming.
And Molly's going to force them forward.
Oh, no!
Oh, with spray, but only one from Art's MP9. Some Young's got Simple's back, and so this one, looking like it can be forgotten about. NaVi navigate it well. They're not going to fall down in these sort of moments. Oh, man. Little awkward, but Bits moved into the lobby to take up the angle. Why'd I say it? Safe taps him out. Even another dink from the USP downrange, but end of the line now, surely, as they do collapse upon the two remaining players. There's the equalizer.
You're not going to catch NaVi off guard with these lobby pushes as well, right? Think about just round 10 alone. In a 2-on-5, NaVi flip it on its head. And so now they're more than aware. As that ramp push comes in off of Electronic's close molly, the door push, the hut push in tow, denied. And NaVi build into the game that they always should have at the start of the map, off of that second round force by win. Tack timeout for FURIA, a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, I mean, this whole first half is kind of won or lost on the basis of this next round, really. As mentioned, FURIA, they've kind of been put with their backs against the wall right now, Hugo. They're always teetering on the edge of having this money broken. It's not where you want to be, so they know how important this round is if they want to win out this first half of play.
Yeah, strong T-side on Nuke is bread and butter for NaVi right now. Safe with a molly ready. He's even got two dropped at his feet. If he wants to try and stop this cross, he can spam it as well. Set them up behind the flames and the smoke, but the ladder of which is not down yet for NaVi. No one even poised to throw it. They're waiting for an aggressive play. Meanwhile, Perfecto is flashing, faking, throwing everything he's got at the A site, and is going to draw the eyes of FURIA in the wrong place for now. NaVi again expertly get down secret, and I don't think they were even spotted. I think Safe just looked away. Both mollies available, neither of value, and there's NaVi smoke off hell. Electronic can move in late for the kill like he often does. We've seen this round before for NaVi. It worked out last time. You have contingencies in place, but right now I think they're going to explode on this lower site, and there's no one here to stop them.
Yeah, the one way back in for FURIA hinges on one of these fights at the extremities coming up in their favor. Right, if this bomb goes down at lower, right now they have no idea NaVi are even down here.
Two lurkers, but neither in a hurry.
Yeah, looking like they want to come in late towards ramp. Windows getting broken, lower getting taken. No reaction yet out of FURIA. They wait to see if there is any of these late lurks moving in through the lobby, and they're right in this assumption. Safe just leaves ramp, and now ready. Perfecto, the question becomes, is he ready for yuurih up close? He's not. First kill found, but it's traded immediately. And as mentioned, you know, with this fight coming in very, very late, it's not happening for FURIA. They can't attempt this one. They didn't know that NaVi were down lower.
Yeah, what a perfect fake out again. It was just Perfecto throwing all that util and topside that drew Safe out of position for 1 second. And look what it caused. The whole castle comes crumbling down, and you can kill who you want, but you can't get your round back. 7 for NaVi on the T side right now. And they've got to run really far away to keep these rifles. What a play for Simple to even come up from B on ramp and trade out his teammate who doesn't check yuurih. You gotta give it to Electronic. He's calling some miraculous counter-strike on the T side of Nuke. Definitely one of the more tactically deep maps we have in the pool right now. And NaVi are making the most of it. The amount of dry crosses outside we've already seen from this squad in a few rounds of play is impressive. Even more so that FURIA half the time haven't had the information. NaVi are not buckling under the pressure. They're stepping up to the plate.
Yeah, I kind of hope we see Art take a bit of a breather, man. This guy's been on SMGs, like low buys, what feels like an eternity ever since he kind of first came in with that, you know, overzealous force where he's riding the momentum, trying to keep it vintage Art.
Well, if you buy MP9 every round, Harry, you can buy every round. There's the benefit, but I agree.
I just think he's been so instrumental with the rifles towards outside, right? Yeah. He was so often the guy who could crack rounds open, but instead relegated to the SMG again. Art's got to try and do more with less.
And NaVi more would be impeccable on this T side. Again, this top side util that last time FURIA saw it was a fake out. Watch NaVi commit with it this time. They're doing it early. They're not waiting around. Will anyone make a play off of the back of this nade? Molly should be for the back of the site here. Or it's on Drop's position, top silo. He's aiming wide right, I think it might be. You're about to push Drop off of a very powerful spot. It almost impossible to clear. And so NaVi have done their homework, they've done their research, and they're ready to explode onto this A site.
Re-smoke's well timed for KSCERATO, but the molly will push him out into the open. Drop, given room up on top of the silo. There's one, but out of ammo now. It's going to fall to KSCERATO, and he can't hold the line. yuurih's dead out through the heavens. And Safe has to walk this one alone out through main and into the site, but not ready for the swing from the site. Some die young. Seals the deal on the round, and it's another one of these fast switch-ups from NaVi. A rough-looking opener, but the trade's coming back and forth.
Yeah, just the depth of this T-side alone. We've not seen the typical boring defaulting, which is just full wall the smokes outside, send a fake behind it, chill in lobby, wait for aggression, catch a ramp kill, explode down low with your prober, who's already come through from the yard. NaVi being dynamic, switching it up every single time. FURIA can't seem to put a lid on it right now. Can't stop the force as NaVi spread their wings again and flap their way outside. Young very deep, and Blind is safe with his back turned. Can't look up. Drop looking down, but might fall as well the same. Electronic gets that kill, and they don't even know, but Young has impeccable timing. He is already heaven. Eyes are not looking upward for FURIA. KSCERATO starts to consider. Simple's in the vent. NaVi are everywhere. They're in your head. They're in your lower sight. Dude, they're in your spawn.
This is a very well-poised round for NaVi. They've kind of got all the power positions right. The whole map feels open to you right now. Simple in the vents is just such a huge blessing for them to have.
This is still a really nice reaction from FURIA. They're taking lobby. I don't know if they're going to be able to find the bomb, but if NaVi try and regroup through this position, they could get caught. They won't. They make the right call. Realization that we don't have this part of the map. We have everything else. Why not use it? And so FURIA clear inside. Will that force them to drop lower, away from this heaven flank? Because again, NaVi have these contingencies. They have both options open. They can go wherever they want.
Still, while they got options, you can't afford to be too choosy. Got to be decisive in your actions when they come through. And Young faking out the heaven play into this A-bomb site, making noise, keeping bodies here for FURIA, but he will get bested. Down on lower, yuurih waits. There's one before he's gone. An even odds round in the retake. It's Art and KSCERATO left in it though. These two have been the heavy hitters. And not waiting around. Holding W, collecting Ws. And finally putting another round on the board for FURIA.
could be a problem for Stewie. Burning, he's got to get the pop.
Oh, he's a madman. We see the consistent aggression. Art with a third, and he's hungry for more. Oh, it's a collateral Zephyr and Leaf taken in one shot. Art is nuts.
In the organization's 5th major appearance, FURIA are neck and neck against ex-champions of NaVi. You want to talk legends, we often talk dupreeh, the only player to have attended every single major in Counter-Strike Go. NaVi as an organization are exactly the same. And today their job is to take down the home crowd heroes, to again relegate FURIA to a 3rd quarterfinal in a major in a row. Never further. NaVi so far up to the task. A winning half on the T side of Nuke is nothing to turn your nose up at. But FURIA are waking up and here to respond.
Yeah, I think Art gets a much needed final round on the board there, right? Just something to bring his head back into it a little. Something to keep FURIA engaged and believing in this series.
They need all the help they can get, and this crowd's certainly offering some assistance, but Simple seems to be playing with his food already. Hands to the ears, despite a couple of shaky rounds in there for NaVi. That's a dominant half that typically in CS should at least guarantee you a game, but there are no guarantees in this major, as we've already learned. Favorites falling round after round, stage after stage, and on this stage as well. Second half is just around the corner. Some say Simple's best side in all of Counter-Strike. But talking legends, we got Taco shooting out t-shirts in the meantime.
Absolutely love to see that. Just a little something to keep everyone happy.
I don't know if they got enough though, Harry.
He's going to be there a while, I'll tell you that much.
We're going to need some higher caliber, I think, for Taco. And maybe for FURIA as well. Right now, no shaky players though. No one's fallen off. No one's coming cold. Perfecto bottom of the board over on Navi's side. But as much as this can be Simple's best CT side as well, Perfecto is a turret. He is a cannon on the top side of CT Nuke. A player who rarely makes mistakes. And we're going to need that more than ever now.
All right then, let's get into this second half, shall we? FURIA on the T side, a lot of utility between drop and safe. Plenty for them to throw a bit of trickery in, but it looks like this might be something a little bit faster, blowing the door off. They won't commit to the fight just yet. Up on top of the hut, Samdar Young lies in wait with these dual Berettas outside. Whoa. Art continues his reign of terror. A lot of damage in the head-to-head versus Simple. And he's used this as a bit of a veil to try and slip through main. Now, Young, cognizant of it, turns his attention to deal with the point man of FURIA. KSCERATO wins one fight, but nothing else is going their way. They need a hero, need someone to step up and try to reclaim some of these kills, and it's not going to happen. NaVi, pistol round secured, up on a 9. And now they got their fingers crossed that they can start to run away with this and put it to bed.
Yeah, I'm not counting on anything right now. You remember those first 6-7 rounds of the first half, back and forth, 4 spies aplenty, no conversion on the pistol for FURIA, even though they eventually got the gun rounds under wraps to build up a bit of an early lead. NaVi now need to do the same, but actually FURIA are allowing it. They want to maximize their rifle rounds in the T side, allowing it for now with Glocks and a fast A pop, but denied by the nade of NaVi, obliterated in the door. 2v5, and it's going to be an easy round for NaVi to close out.
$10-7, but don't worry. The goal was never to win that round if you're FURIA. You just had Glocks. Where things are really looking to pick up is in the round that you've just saved for now. Electing to bring out the rifles as fast as they can.
Yeah, and this is going to be a real test of art as well, right? Not just in terms of these often opening kills we see from him and fast routing on T sides, which you can get away with on Nuke, but we just saw a masterclass of leading from Electronic on the T side, and now Art needs to show one of his own. He's got a Mac 10. You want to talk pace? This is the guy you think of. Going quick over the top. Silo drop, simple in main, putting pressure on from the door. They're going to keep his attention diverted. This is a chance to come in on the backstab, but he's already put the first one to bed. Simple tapping away, backstab on the Mac 10. They drop in, Electronic can't plug the hole, and FURIA run wild until Perfecto shuts them out.
Still alive, oh, Perfecto! They line up for him.
That's how you use the MP9, Art. 4 kills off the top, and the lineup to close. They shut the crowd up, and I just mentioned this guy, bottom performer in the server right now. This is his position, this is his site, and FURIA are going to have to fight hard to break through it.
Yeah, I really hope that we get more mileage out of yuurih. He's someone I'm looking at right now, and I'm thinking he's got to step this up, because it's been him and KSCERATO throughout the other games that have been that high fragging duo for FURIA.
Oh, and again, Art bought a rifle, he bought a Galil in this round, it's already gone. Irretrievable. Electronic, as loud as it is, he can still hear the steps, and Simple's ready to receive and lower.
Holds the line, makes it look easy. Simple quells the threat down lower, and KSCERATO with a CZ all alone. Might be able to grab the Galil, but it's bait. Electronic. He was waiting for exactly that.
Simple has shown up in championship form. Was there ever a question? Was there ever a question that this guy is here to break hearts on the stage? Hundreds of thousands of people amassed at home, and many more in the Janus Arena today. And Simple is making enemies.
Yeah, brilliant to see Simple showing up in this form. It really is.
Especially after a bit of a drop-off, right? NaVi have certainly not had that in their performance. Sure, they've only lifted 1 trophy this year, second at Cologne, some close games, some close tournaments, but at the end of the day, Simple, he's not been the powerhouse in these last couple of months that we usually expect to see. This would be one way to resurge to life in cutting the neck of FURIA here in the quarters and going through to what should be an open bracket, a closed book, a free major. Simple, aggressive behind the smoke.
Ooh, hiding in it with the flashbang. FURIA might be spamming, but eventually that smoke clears and Art wins it out. The head-to-head between him and Simple continues to heat up here. FURIA now in a 5v4, and you kind of have to milk this for all it's worth. You don't want to get caught holding W now. You really need to play the advantage on this one. Because if you can't win this round with Simple out of the picture and an untraded 5v4, then what can you win?
Yeah, Flash Peek gets nothing as well for NaVi. It's a top hit coming through for FURIA. They've got the util, they've got the flashes coming in, and Sundayoung is burning and blind. He's 5 HP. This should be a shot from death. Perfecto perfects the protection and stops him from getting out, but he won't last much longer. Drop saves the round until Electronic comes in from top. It's a massacre on the A site, and the young boy a bit has to stand tall.
They're separated, but Safe comes back. Cares the heavens. And heaven sent as he saves the day on that one.
A deep breath for FURIA. They almost dropped that one right there in the site. Those rounds are not easy when you've got crossfires like that at the back of A. But drop the young'un, double entry to do it back, finding FURIA their first on their offensive half. Simple came into the second half 0-3 in opening fights, not what you'd expect for a man of his stature. He's at least leveled out with his first, but right there again, picked by R early. You can expect aggression for FURIA, right? It was a reasonable play to go behind that smoke. If they fast play the red cross, he's going to get kills, but FURIA in no hurry in their first gunny. May bring a bit more pace today. Molly in main, smoke in the vent. Art's going to make his way down, but he gets stuck. He's lost in the source.
Oh, it's a little awkward for Art here, but he will find his way. Already down the vent, ready to tango with him, ready to face him in the head-to-head, gets the info that they're moving in through secret, and even goes back in for a little bit more. Safe knocked out of the round, and Simple already here, waiting with this AWP at ramp. Gonna try his hand at the swing. There's something from yuurih. We said we wanted more out of this guy, but it's just the one and done in this round. But successfully traded it. This round is super awkward for FURIA. KSCERATO and Drop, they're worlds apart. Drop's trying to get into this B site. He's gonna try his hand at the spout. It's close, it's damaged, but it's still very much in the picture here.
And right above, Drop's just trying to snuff him out. He's going to draw enough attention that KSCERATO can get set up in double door or window, but there's already a second rotate. Bit has peeled out of the bomb site. Smoke on single, an open window. KSCERATO needs this kill, or this is dead in the water.
It is low. This is the best time for it. KSCERATO wins that first fight. Gonna need more than that, though, as now NaVi starts to begin. A bit of a rotate down through the vents, down towards lower. Electronic, the man to Drop. Finds his timing. Drop planting safe. Might get away with it, might not, as Electronic's there. Gets him just after the bomb's gone down, teeing up KSCERATO. Now, this guy's always been the clutcher for FURIA. Always been the man who had to deliver in moments like this, but this time, cut down right away. Unfortunate timing on the ramp swing puts a stop to it, and NaVi, lovely protocol, lovely response after catching wind of that lower play.
Yeah, FURIA take too long in that lower side, right? They take far too long after they get that pick onto Bit along on the catwalk. They know there's another player. A smoke just came out from ramp side, but they don't know whether that player's pushed in yet or not. And KSCERATO, you said he's a clutcher, Harry. He's the highest clutcher for this event so far, joint with Inters. So the only one still in the tournament at 10 clutches so far in Rio. But 11 will not be found in this round. NaVi close the net and collapse upon FURIA in the post plant. Heads up drop for Electronic. Does not doubt himself. And FURIA have called every single timeout. They know it's slipping away. 4 rounds in a row for NaVi at the start of the half, broken by a single one, and now back to broke are FURIA. A bomb plant will relieve some tension. But this is NaVi's game right now, and there's no getting away from it.
All right, well, there's the last tack timeout used. The last chance to take a breather in this one. It's full steam ahead for FURIA now, at the full mercy of the pace of this game. lobbing this util into the A-bomb site, making it look like they really want to go. Perfecto has something to say about it, though. Up, over, dead at the hut. Young blinded. Electronic dead after one, but the bomb gets away from FURIA. 2v2 as the A site goes quiet. yuurih waits back in main. He would love Bit to give this kill over. KSCERATO's waiting for it too, trying to bait him in. Simple from heaven. Won't be given an angle. Instead, it's Bit fighting first. KSCERATO gets the info. Doesn't want to give this kill away. That's what yuurih's here for. Simple sees him, but a missed shot. And it's yuurih's fight to win. Bit in the 1v2. Knows he has him trapped in main. How long does he wait? KSCERATO, nasty surprise. Why is he outside, they're asking? Why is he outside?
What a route. What a round. What a save. After again, the anchor gets a double on top side. Perfecto can't do enough there for NaVi. And FURIA, you got to say, this looks like a different team to the last quarterfinals of Antwerp. They know when to slow down. They know when to pull the brakes out in these mid-round moments. Not jumping the gun, but letting NaVi come to them. A ninth taken and money on the rocks for NaVi. Will the ice melt? As FURIA put out the fire, smoke spam. Everyone on the chopping block. These wall bangs can connect very easily. FURIA attempting through the hut. Nothing noteworthy. They can try route ramp. Bits here with a FAMAS. Re-smoke down. It's out. FURIA, an open path.
Simple's been called for. Moving in with the AWP on the angle. Posted. Missed shot. Can't get out of there. Bit falls at the bottom of ramp. That's an open path down into this B site. For NaVi, they are all in on this round. If they go for this retake and come up short, FURIA are right back in this map. They might have to save on the back of the money alone, but look at yuurih. Look at this position. He wants to try and take the guns out of it, but Simple won't let it happen. The rest of NaVi gonna try and boost to get this gun.
Smart.
They will be saving FURIA onto double digits. 3 rounds behind.
Wow, the little leg up there for Simple. Throws Young on the roof. Hello, Foon. And they're going to get that gun at the end of the day. FURIA still hunting with nothing to lose. The money man. Able to get it done with no matter what you give him. But however you slice it, 10 rounds for FURIA and seemingly weapons saved, including a sniper. And let's talk about it, Harry. We mentioned how Simple was slow to start in terms of the opening kills. Right there again, back-to-back rounds with the AW. He misses shots, and that's not what we expect of him. His rifling was incredible on T side. But not this kill, the one on ramp, the swing kill, the one that would have made all the difference and set NaVi up to rotate down low. And hell, yeah, maybe risk their money, but maybe give them a shot in the 4v4 retake. It doesn't come through. Combine that with the main shot in the previous round. A couple of whiffs for Simple and not the time to show them.
And I mean, right now, credit to him, KSCERATO is going toe-to-toe with Simple. In terms of the firepower, in terms of what they're bringing to the server. And with Simple cooling off in the last few rounds, KSCERATO still keeping his finger to the trigger. It's all the makings of something in the water for FURIA.
Yeah, this broke money is still the big scare for NaVi. But a couple of rifles can get you across that finish line, no doubt about it. Re-smoke at ramp, they'll call off the boost peak. Simple's here, this time ahead of a potential Molotov. Looks like he wants to go through. At least clearing close. FURIA put pressure on the A site, but little do they know they've already got all of the util out of NaVi. It's only a smoke on Electronic. Simple. Another missed shot on the smoke fade. They're going to smoke their way out. He is throwing himself into the fight right now. This is the round on this engagement. Simple wants to start it off. Right behind. Missed shot, and drop takes him out of the round. That might be it. That might already be 11, and FURIA run wild.
Desperate times call for desperate measures, and NaVi might be feeling exactly that now. Art will die on his play up into the A site. The rest of FURIA see that as their signal to go down lower. You'd like to think that they've done enough already.
2 here, 3 here.
Control room calls for the rotate down. The rest of NaVi are all moving in. They want to give this a go.
Gotta fake it.
Tap on the bomb. Doors now swing. KSCERATO with one. Young tries his hand at the trade, but is whittled down low now. Perfecto in decon, still harassing, still being annoying. But it's Young dead. And Perfecto in this 1v2 now, dropped at the hands of the young gun from FURIA, and that is 11 rounds.
Is this really happening, Harry? It felt like a done deal. Not just at halftime, but the rounds following. NaVi finding that 12-7. Not enough. Simple feeling the pressure, feeling the burn, and throwing themselves into fights he typically won't miss. But when you do, you see the results. FURIA have found 11. NaVi, again, economy has been the name of the game. Both teams broke. Young on a shotgun. It's certainly tempting. It can be tantalizing. But FURIA are the ones fantasizing about stealing their opponent's map pick away on home soil. What a performance that would be. And we're not too far out from that possibility. And now we've finally got cash for Safe Zorp as well. Last couple of rounds, he's been finding picks with it. Bailing FURIA out of awkward spots. Oh, good spam! Perfecto battered and bruised. And FURIA look like they want this A site, but that will lead them into the alligator. A long barrel with even sharper teeth on Young. In come the Brazilians.
And they are going into it. This auto shotgun, this is the ideal spot for it. Will it accomplish anything? No, it's dead right away. Perfecto, back of the bomb site, needs to hold on. The cavalry are not here yet. The reinforcements only just arriving, and they're all cut down. FURIA on a 12. Oh, man! Listen to this arena sing.
Electric energy. And how can you not crumble under the pressure? NaVi, where is your hero now? Where is your GOAT? It's the Panthers, one away from equalization. And NaVi broke on the way there. Don't throw these rounds away. While they should be the simplest, can sometimes get out of hand. NaVi can play like they have nothing to lose. So FURIA very cautiously in the lobby, stacked up with 2 on top, with Molotovs in the ramp room. Make no mistake about it, they will not drop the ball here.
Lovely double from Art. He is feeling it right now. Simple tagged up, this scout outside, gonna struggle to get involved in the round. And knocked out by yuurih. There's not even any danger left. FURIA have got this one in the bag. NaVi have dropped down lower, taking a bit of a gamble. It's really all they could have done here. They've bet against the house on this one, and the house always wins. 13 all. As FURIA tie this game up with their 5th round in a row.
A death, not the end of the world. They'll be able to exit these kills. Young, a nice tap.
Hang on a moment, guys. Don't go hunting just yet.
Money and guns, that's the aim of the game for NaVi, but fingers found by Safe as he clicks him down. Perfecto, a nice shot, but nothing more. And FURIA rid NaVi of rifles. Equalization. A paramount point in the game now for NaVi to recover, to show if they have that championship mentality. The current favorites for the trophy in Rio on their map pick, and it's turning harrowing. Is this CT side getting hollowed out from the inside? Head in hands for Electronic. Played on the mic. But how can you even hear what your coach has to say? These screams are piercing NaVi's soul.
As far as the eye can see, there are people preying on your downfall. And with every round that this gets closer, The pressure only builds for NaVi. FURIA, this is their moment. Do they take the lead here and now? After 5 in a row. Triple outside for NaVi. yuurih walks a dangerous path on this one. He's gonna have a lot to do. Electronic just looks away. They don't know that yuurih's made it to red. This could be a way in for FURIA right now. Electronic has no idea that yuurih is in this position. Outside smoke's going in over the top. Electronic waits, but here's this fight. Opening up, safe with a TK. A little too fast for his own good, but he can't outrun the guns on this one.
Hey, sometimes you got to take the shot. It may be worth its weight in gold. FURIA looking to break diamonds, and they have maybe brought the tools to this T side. KSCERATO ready to pop into A. That's the end goal, it seems, for FURIA. yuurih has lower, he's in no hurry. Perfecto, the topside anchor, who's been doubling up seemingly every single round, is finally locked out in the wrong location. FURIA ready to burst A. Perfecto runs the gun! He finds yuurih in the backstab, and now NaVi know what's up.
FURIA have got to go. They've got to win this first fight, and Young. Oh, good for the first. Safe trying to make up for that TK.
Winnable.
Does bring it back into a 2v3. Heaven Plant Bit could face this, but he won't. He wants to play it safe. That's given FURIA a bomb plant drop. Oh! And there's both! Perfecto! 1v1! Swung! And it's dropped to do it to him! 14 rounds for FURIA! And the arena erupts! They know what that round means, Hugo! NaVi are broke!
It's not just the money, but the mental as well. To win a round like that starts with you killing your in-game leader. And a spray to save it, a sniper, a much-needed addition to FURIA, who fell off after the departure of Henny. Save puts him in their backpack. Don't rush a ramp smoke now, FURIA. Don't throw this opportunity away. Your best chance of breaking NaVi on their best map in the most important game of your goddamn life. Stacked up top, simple drops, very low right now. Wallbangs will end him, and drops delivered it. That might just beckon you in. The sight tempts you, it calls your name. Electronic closes that net. He's right behind. A swing through the smoke denied. Young on top of the hut. The stand-in has got to stand up, and 2 headshots. That 5-7 mauls FURIA.
Still
Plank is here. The pistols are shredding them.
FURIA are starting to realize this one's getting so out of hand. They're losing control. They're not in control anymore. NaVi with the pistols deny map point.
I don't think it's FURIA's patience that lets them down. If they could get in off that entry through the wall, simple spammed out. If they could have burst into A, they would have avoided that flank entirely. Sure, it would have come at concessions. The double 5-7 tap out. But if FURIA can trade their way into A, it's their round to win. Now NaVi have done it back. They've broken a 6-round streak with pistols of all weapons. And now FURIA must harness the energy to shut this out before NaVi save their bacon.
Electronic close outside. yuurih's gonna swing in. Looked a little jittery in the fight, but still wins it out. Oh. Good flash.
Oh.
Dead in the water. A 3v5. Bit dropping down into the site. NaVi seemingly with the read. They could feel that this looked like an A split. And so they're poised to deal with the remainder of this A play. FURIA would be going right where NaVi want them to go.
Oh. If Bit peeked that, Safe was holding up. It's a game of timings. It's a guessing game. And NaVi don't have to guess. They can just rely on this stack no matter what site. They can retake lower. Triple top. This is a perfect setup. No picks presented. Simple sniping ramp side. And while he's missed every orb shot seemingly this half, he may not be required in this round. Bit a headshot would cause this to come crumbling down right now. FURIA are entering the site.
That Molly's going to force him forward into the clutches of this triple setup. They try to make it down the vent, but Safe does not have safe passage. Drop 1v5,
No.
plotting out in the open.
No.
Simple denies it. The full 30 rounds needed, and NaVi, the ones to get to 15 first. The big bad in Rio de Janeiro. And they're just one round away from recovering and taking their map pick, 16-14, destroying not just the hopes of FURIA, but everyone in this building.
And you maybe thought it was already done. You maybe thought FURIA were poised to end it. Well, now they're poised with pistols. A fast rush up top. No waiting around. It's a nade. Young again a double. And FURIA silenced, as the arena will be as well. This map slipping through their fingers like a cacophony of kills. But the sympathy and the symphony comes up for NaVi.
Huge turnaround, going the distance. Simple playing the villain. Everyone hates him right now, but it's NaVi, a map up, and now FURIA have got to do the dance on Ancient.